Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I have a first question for you as we start. How many of you would love to have your money work for you? You can raise your hand if you would want that. Perfect. Perfect. Love it, love it. And how many of you would not like to have your money work for you? Okay, thank you. So that means you are in the right place. Welcome to the Crypto and Bitcoin Business Club. So we created this space especially for you guys because we realize that when it comes to money, when it comes to Bitcoin, when it comes to crypto, unfortunately there is too many scams, too many bad information, and so here what you will get is more clarity. That's the promise that we give you. You will get some clarity during this event. And because we value your time, guys, we are going to give you as much value as possible during this event. And also, please give yourself a big round of applause for taking the time to being here. Give yourself a big round of applause. Thank you, guys. So what you will learn today, you will learn what Bitcoin is, okay? Bitcoin is the most powerful tool for you to build long-term wealth, okay? You will learn that. By the way, I want to see, Jean, can you remove the screen sharing so I can see everybody, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. So please raise your hand if it's your first ever crypto event. First crypto event. Perfect. Thank you very much. Then please raise your hand if you have never invested your money ever. Perfect. Thank you. So guys, I think we all agree that it takes some courage to show up in an event like this when we never attended a crypto event or never invested our money. So please give them a big round of applause. Thank you for coming, guys. Thank you. And we will make the most of this event and give you as much value as possible. So today it will take, it will look at, the event will take the form of a workshop. So that's why I said if you are in your computer, it's even better. I see that some people are still in traffic, so that's okay. But if you can have your computer, it's even better, guys. So now what you will not have or what you will not learn during this event. You will not hear about MLM crypto scams. Not here. No affiliate links, no trendy crypto to choose, no fake promises about becoming a millionaire in 1 month with crypto. So you will not get any of that in this event. Raise your hand if you are okay with us not selling you like crypto MLM scams or anything like that. Just joking. Thank you, guys. So now please let me introduce you to the person who makes all of this possible with me, Jean. If you can raise your hand, Jean, for people to see you.
Just a second.
Please. And we say, oh yeah, perfect. Thank you. So guys, if I can teach you how to become wealthy, to become rich with Bitcoin and explain you the economic aspect of Bitcoin, Jean is the tech expert. He worked for more than 20 years in IT. He lives and breathes Linux, for those of you who know, and privacy, okay? And he has a deep and real understanding of the Bitcoin blockchain, as you will see during this event. So when people feel stuck during their Bitcoin journey, as it can get quite technical, he is the guy who can help you, okay? But beyond the tech, beyond Bitcoin, he is a husband, he is someone who is a father who has deep value, okay? And he is a man of God. So strong values that is extremely important for you and for me as well. So you are learning not from some crypto influencers, but by real people who protect and teach. So please welcome Jean, my business partner, our tech guardian, with a big round of applause. Thank you. Please give him a big round of applause. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Abel. Thank you.
My pleasure. Is it okay if I share a quick word about myself, guys? Is it okay? Thank you. Thank you. So, guys, my name is Abel. It's a pleasure to meet you all here today. Tonight, actually, for me, because I'm in Bali and it's already late at night. But yeah, guys, for my quick introduction, I am a wealth manager, international wealth manager. So I hold a master degree in international wealth management in one of the best finance schools in the world, in Paris. And normally the kind of wealth manager like me, we used to work with multi-millionaire family offices, private banks, and all the rest. But the thing is, when I saw and when I discover how the traditional financial system works and the product and all of that, I've been absolutely disgusted. So I wanted to exit this system. So I learned about crypto. I did the first crypto school in France. So I am a crypto trainer, certified trainer. But unfortunately, I didn't find, I would say, what I wanted in crypto. Spend more than 5,000 euros to attend this private school for learning crypto, only to realize that most crypto, if not all outside of Bitcoin, don't deserve your time, your money, and your energy. So yeah, I learned that the hard way, lost money also in my first investment in crypto, and I realized that almost everything except Bitcoin is not worth looking at it, basically. So at the same time of my master degrees, at the same time of working for a wealth management company and all of that, I decided to go very deep into my Bitcoin knowledge intensively as an autodidact. So please raise your hand if you believe that learning by yourself sometimes is better than learning in schools. Do we agree with that? Thank you, thank you. And so, like many Bitcoiners, I've invested most of my savings in Bitcoin and over 3,000 hours into Bitcoin to very understand it. So in Bitcoin, I found a system that is fair, that is true, and it is about freedom. So this is kind of the first time that I share this publicly, but I think you will understand the alignment of interest. Is that if Bitcoin fails, if Bitcoin goes to zero, my company goes to zero, my savings go to zero. But if Bitcoin wins, my company thrives, my clients are happy, and I win. Everybody understand, yes? just so you know. Now, since I discovered all of that, my life mission has been to help beginners understand the Bitcoin revolution and, most importantly, benefit from it. And so thank you very much for letting me share that with you guys. And if you are ready to start, please tap in the chat, tap ready in the chat, tap ready in the chat if you're ready to start our event right now, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Perfect. So how many of you guys realize I asked you a lot of questions already? How many of you realize that I asked a lot of questions? Raise your hand. Thank you. And how many of you are kind of annoyed already by the question I ask? Be honest, it's kind of annoying. Okay, so guys, this is on purpose. That's on purpose. It is to keep the energy high. Okay, it's called NLP, and it helps you, and it will help you remember as much as possible from this event so that you don't waste your time and you get as much as possible, guys. So we also have a surprise guest for the end, for the last part of the event. So this is just a surprise for you. And so before we start, I will ask you, even though I see that some people like Gino is really comfortable, I will ask you all to stand up, please. Everyone stand up, everyone stand up. And we will do a quick challenge together. So we will dance for about 1 minute on our song of the event. Thank you. Let's go. Let's put some energy. Let's go.
Y no te deja quieta, nena. ¿Quién puede parar eso que al bailar descontrola tus caderas? Y ese fuego que quema por dentro y lento te convierte en piedra. Con la mano arriba, cintura sola, da media vuelta.
Yeah, give yourself a big round of applause. Wow. Thank you guys. Love. Love you, Demi. Yeah, some people are working, but they are with us, so that's really beautiful. Thank you. Perfect. Now we can start. We have the right energy, so that's perfect. So before I tell you what Bitcoin is, guys, I have to tell you what Bitcoin is not. Right? Bitcoin is not a company. That's one of the main difference with other cryptocurrencies. Okay, Bitcoin is not a company, meaning that can you just go to the next slide, please, Jean?
Yeah.
Meaning that there is no CEO of Bitcoin, right? There is no headquarters, there is no marketing team, and just to make sure to make it clear, Bitcoin is like a protocol. Okay. And the inventor of Bitcoin wrote one single paper. So I invite you all to read it at least one time. It's only 9 pages and it's the white paper. So that's the only paper that we have from the inventor of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, a global payment system. And the only way to have your Bitcoin, guys, the only way, super important, is to have a hardware wallet. A hardware wallet look like this in the middle of the screen. This is a hardware wallet. So it means that if you invest in crypto and in Bitcoin and you don't have a hardware wallet, most likely you use platforms. Okay. Is there anyone here who use platforms like Binance, Kraken, Bitvavo? You can raise your hand if you use them, and all the rest. So Coinbase, thank you. Revolut. I always forgot this one, Jean. Revolut. So this is mistake number one. Mistake number one, because these platforms can freeze your money at any time. They can get hacked, and they are hacked every once in a while. They go bankrupt. They've been bankrupt. They will go bankrupt. They go bankrupt. So with all of your money inside. So we will do a first declaration together. The first declaration is platforms are risky. Repeat after me, please. Platforms are risky.
Platforms are risky.
Thank you. Platforms are super risky, guys. So hardware wallet. Now, what Bitcoin does? Bitcoin is a payment system, so you can send and receive value worldwide. without banks, without intermediaries, just with an internet connection. Okay, and the full security with the hardware wallet. So now, Bitcoin is based on mathematics, okay? Mathematics, not trust. Other cryptocurrencies or other traditional currencies that we use every day are based on trust. We just say that this has value, so we use them. But Bitcoin is based on mathematics. And it's incensurable, unbreakable, and works 24/7. I don't know if you've seen, I think it was last week, a lot of things on the internet just stopped working. And Bitcoin works just fine. And it's always the same thing since 2009. It works 24/7. And there is a number that is super important, is that there is never going to be more than 21 million Bitcoin. So it's limited in supply. So now that I gave you a first a definition of Bitcoin, if you like this definition but you need more clarity, please raise your hand. You like this definition but you need more clarity. Thank you. So now we will look at a video, a short video for a nice definition of Bitcoin. I invite you to take some notes, because after that I will invite you to go into a breakout rooms with other people and define what you understand about Bitcoin. Just give me a thumbs up if you hear and listen, if you can hear the sound of the video, and thumbs down if you cannot hear. And just before I start the video, so that you can understand it more clearly, and guys, I invite you to turn on your camera so that we can see your beautiful faces. I see that many people just arrived in the call, so welcome everybody. You can turn on your camera. And so to understand this video, you will have the inventor of Bitcoin, which is the main character of the video in the middle, and you will have on the left a boy. The boy will try to cheat on Bitcoin. He will try to play the role of a hacker on Bitcoin, and you will see what happens when we try to cheat on Bitcoin. And then on the bottom right, you will have a lady and a girl, and you can consider that they are like us, the people who are learning about Bitcoin and asking questions to the inventor of Bitcoin. You can start the...
When money is easy to make, society begins to break.
So, how do we make money that's easy to carry but hard to create?
Well, one solution is Bitcoin. Back in 2008, I became fed up with government money, with the corruption, the manipulation, so I created a digital currency. Digital money that can be sent directly from one person to another without any bank or government involved.
Some people can hear but cannot see. So
okay.
Everyone can see the screen? Thumbs up if you can see the screen. Maybe Ralph, is because you're on your phone, maybe just on the computer.
I will start to share again, so make sure everyone can see. And here, share. Okay, let's go.
When money is easy to make, society begins to break.
So, how do we make money that's easy to carry but hard to create?
Well, one solution is Bitcoin. Back in 2008, I became fed up with government money, with the corruption, the manipulation, so I created a digital currency. Digital money that can be sent directly from one person to another without any bank or government involved. And the best part? It's hard money.
It's the hardest money ever invented!
Bitcoin is very hard to make more of. Each new coin gets added to the supply only after a computer works very hard to solve a math problem, where there's no shortcut and solving it costs a lot of energy and time.
Okay, but if it's on a computer, can't I just copy and paste?
Not with Bitcoin. You see, there's a public record of every Bitcoin ever created. It's called the blockchain. It's like a puzzle, and each Bitcoin has its own unique shape. And because everyone has a copy of the public record, if someone tries to fake a Bitcoin, it won't fit the puzzle. and will be rejected by the network before anyone can use it. That's why Bitcoin is so safe from criminals and the government.
You said criminals twice.
And unlike dollars, which can be printed endlessly, there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. It's almost impossible to inflate. The only way to get it is to earn it or buy it from someone who has.
No offense, but if you control Bitcoin, couldn't you manipulate it just like the government?
I don't control it. No one person does. It's controlled by a public network of Bitcoin users that anyone can join. So if someone wanted to change something in Bitcoin's code, they would need to get the majority of the millions of Bitcoin users to agree to it, or the change doesn't happen. And when has the majority of us agreed on anything?
One-ply toilet paper is garbage.
Touché.
Wow, I didn't know made-up money could make so much sense.
Today, millions of people send Bitcoin instantly and cheaply to each other around the world without any bank or government involved. And because Bitcoin is hard money you can't just print more of, the more people who use it, the more valuable it becomes.
Emily, if we take Lyle's Bitcoin, we could be rich.
I could pay for college entirely! You could outsource your movie and pay to have your name in the credits.
Slow down. I'm not saying that Bitcoin will make you rich quick or even at all. Right now, only about 1% of the world owns Bitcoin. And because it's still being adopted, some days it goes up and even down.
Also, investments, though potentially lucrative, can be risky.
Only invest what you're willing to lose. We know. Wow, I think I get it. Good money should be easy to use, but hard to create.
And because Bitcoin is digital, it's fast and cheap to use. And the blockchain makes it hard to inflate.
Thanks, Mr. Satoshi.
What?
Mr. Satoshi?
He's gone?
Or was he ever even here?
Yeah, please give this video a big round of applause. I love this one. It's so clear. Love it. Thank you. So before we start the workshop, we will send you into breakout room with other people that you can meet. And the challenge is to explain and answer this question that I put in the chat. What is Bitcoin? Why does it make sense? Why does it make sense to invest in it? And in comparison to what? You will have 2 minutes to discuss that, and we will see each other just after that. So I will create the breakout rooms and see you in a minute.
Perfect, you are back. Yes.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so everybody come back. Let's go. Oh. Nice, nice, nice. People come back.
Hello, Ralph. What do you have on your lunch?
Pizza.
A pizza.
You're unmuted, Ralph. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Very healthy.
Bye. Nice.
Paid by Bitcoin or by standard money?
Standard money.
Is it possible to buy pizza?
There was the one guy that bought the pizza for some bitcoins like years ago, and now he would be a millionaire or
For
billionaire.
10K Bitcoin.
Yeah.
10,000 Bitcoin a pizza. 10,000 Bitcoin.
Not a nice deal.
Oh my God. Everybody come back. Perfect. Nice, nice, nice. How was it, guys? It was good?
Yeah, fantastic.
Great.
Is there someone who wants to share? Pretty good. Someone wants to share? Is there someone who wants to share?
Share what we discussed in the breakout sessions, you mean?
Yes. Just the breakout rooms, how it went. Yes, Stefania?
Yes. Well, the question I had is how many in the group had already a hardware wallet, because I don't have it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm planning to get one. And I was wondering how it works, the difference between, when you use platforms and when you have your own hardware wallet. And I also asked them, where do you keep it? In a safe, I guess. And they all said yes.
Nice.
So I wanted to ask that to you as well, Abel.
Perfect. So I will take the question more at the very end for the optional Q&A for those of you who wants to stay. But it was more just to have like you sharing. Yeah, Demi, you want to share also what?
Sorry, guys. And from my end, it's been quite useful for me. I took your suggestion instead of reading this right here.
Wow.
It's only started. I only started a couple of days ago, but I'm like 5 chapters in. And I guess for me, it stems back from, if you can look at the history of how currencies get devalued and appreciated over time, and what is kind of the protection you have against the different asset classes, and the physical manipulation of them. And from my research thus far, the saleability of Bitcoin helps to protect you in terms of being able to be manipulated in terms of fiat markets, and in terms of looking at it from the perspective of how do you protect yourself, your own spending money, your own capital, if you will, in an environment where everything keeps being devalued against you. And based on, again, the principles of Bitcoin, it kind of helps you to segment yourself from that. That's what I'm learning so far.
Beautiful. Please, guys, give him a big round of applause. That's amazing. That's amazing. And that's the funny part for me, because we didn't pay Demi to say that. Okay, this is how Bitcoin works. And I see David.
I'll send you my invoice later. Don't worry.
It's what happens.
Get paid in Bitcoin.
What?
You should pay him in Bitcoin.
Yes, that's the good reflex already. But that's what happened when you start to learn about Bitcoin. And Demi just attended one session with us and is already buying the books and learning very, very deeply. So that's beautiful. Now, guys, thank you for sharing. We will move on to the next part. So one problem that we saw is that there is too many information out there and too many bad information out there. And the thing is, for us, the baseline is, if you don't invest in Bitcoin, that's first big problem. And if you don't have 70% or more of your savings in Bitcoin, it's also a big problem. And why is that? It's because you don't have enough knowledge and enough good information to be comfortable with this investment. So right now we will move on to a workshop. So that's better if you have your computer. I just sent you the link that you will need to follow, but you can also just listen and take notes. And I will let the floor to my amazing partner, Jean. The floor is yours.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Exactly. Okay, so if you can go on the link, or you can follow with me, it's okay. So this is the demo, the website, to get a demo of how the blockchain is working, and it's breakdown bit by bit with different elements. So the first element is the hash. So what is the hash? The hash resembles of a whole bunch of random numbers like here. In fact, it's a fingerprint of what we type into the data section here. And it's an algorithm based on the SHA-256. So if I type in hello, you can see the hash changes to 185. If I delete it and I type hello again.
Wait, John, just so that everybody can follow. Guys, you can go on the website. The link is in the chat, and take your time and click on the first part of the demo, which is hash, and tell us if you're not there yet, so we can also wait for you to not go too fast.
Yeah, but it might be difficult to switch between the screens for those who have two screens. It's good. They can follow the Zoom screen, and do the same.
Yeah.
But for the one in the car with the computer, the phone,
no,
it's different. Okay. So if any of you go and do the same as me and click on the page demo blockchain, and you go in the hash section, and if you type the hello world, you will get this hash for this value. So now if I put a lowercase hello, I get a completely different hash. So it's not random, it's the algorithm that give for exactly the same data as input, we get the same hash as output. And this is used through IT during the years to make sure the data are copied successfully with no corruption, because before we had floppy disk, CD-ROMs, DVDs, and even today with the internet, when we transfer a big file, on both sides we can do a hash to make sure that the file is copied successfully. So it's a way to verify the copied data faster than compiling them byte by byte, because it will require so much more time. So the hash is a fast way. And so back to you, Abel, for the next.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, we will take our time explaining every concept. So here there is two concepts, the SHA-256 algorithm and the miner. So first, what is a Bitcoin miner? You can see on the screen what it looks like. So a Bitcoin miner is a specialized machine who has one single job to secure the Bitcoin network. Okay, one single job. This is a computer, guys. Okay, on the right, this is, raise your hand if it's your first time seeing a Bitcoin miner. Nice, 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 nice. It's gonna change lives. Wonderful, thank you. So a Bitcoin miner has one single purpose. Okay, and I want to take an analogy. You can take, for example, a professional swimmer. Professional swimmer. His only job is to swim great. So he's not going to be a great dancer or a great runner. His only job is to swim good. And that's the same with a Bitcoin miner. It's a computer, but you cannot browse the internet with it. You cannot play games on it. You can only run the SHA-256 algorithm billions of times per second to try to validate, to have the chance to validate a Bitcoin block. And that protects the blockchain. So this machine that you see on the screen is called an ASIC. It's a special computer. It costs around $2,000. And the purpose of this computer is to turn electricity into mathematical security. And that protects every fraction of Bitcoin that you have. So that's super important. Now, the second thing to understand here is the SHA-256 hashing algorithm. So what is a hash? A hash is a digital fingerprint. It's turning a unique output for any information, as you saw with Jean a few minutes ago, right? So now I want you to give a clear definition, a clear analogy for that. So I want you to raise your finger like this. Take your finger like this. Everybody take your finger like this. And look at it. Look at it, and you can see that you are the only one. If you look very closely, you are the only one in the entire world to have this fingerprint. This is unique. So we will do a short declaration here. We will say, so you can repeat after me, I am unique.
I am unique.
Nobody else has this fingerprint.
Nobody else has this fingerprint.
Thank you, thank you. Give yourself a big round of applause. So a hash is a digital fingerprint. It's unique. Okay, Jean, back to you, brother.
Okay. So now we transition to the block. So the block is composed of different elements. You have the number of the block, you have a nonce, it's a number only used once, and the hash that we saw before and the data. But the hash looks a bit different. It's odd because it starts with 40, and that is totally arbitrary. It means it's a signed block. But what happens if I put hello into it? The background turns red, the block is no longer signed. That means that if I want to sign this block, I need to find a hash to start with 4 zeros. So this is where the nonce comes in. So this number only used once. I could type, like, for example, 1, it changes the hash, 2, and so on, 3. I could type and sit all day long here to type the number that make the hash start with 40. But here I have a little mine button. What happens if I click on it? It calculates the nonce that makes the hash start with 40. And again, this block is signed and it's a definition of a valid block. And so now let's move to the blockchain. Now, you may be wondering, what is a blockchain? Do you know how the blocks are assembled? Raise your hand if you know how the blocks are assembled. Okay. No, it's more, raise your hand if you don't know how the blocks are assembled. Yes, that's what we're going to see right now. So we have, in this blockchain, we have like 5 blocks, 3, 4, 5, you see. The first block, we have a new element called previous. It's totally arbitrary. It starts with zeros. But the second block, the previous, it's the hash of the first block. So you see 15783, 15783. And in the hash of the second block, it's in the previous of the block number 3, 12FA, 12FA, and so on. And this is how the blocks are linked. But what happens if I type in hello here? You see the block is no longer signed. I have to mine it again because the hash changes when I change the data. And what happens if I go back in time here and I put hello? Oh, you see the block number 4 and 5 are invalid. So I have to mine the number 3 to find the new nonce. I have to mine the number 4 to find a different nonce to have a hash starting with 40. And here again for the block number 5. By just remining, it gives me a different nonce, and I have to remind if I do a changes. So if anyone wants to go back in time to make a changes in the blockchain, he will have to remind all his blocks, and it takes time because the more block passes, the more time passes, and the more difficult it is going to make a change because it requires energy and calculation to find the new nonce. So with this, you can see that the blockchain is resistant to change. Raise your hand if you understand that. Okay. Abel, back to you. We can continue. They understand the blockchain resistant to change.
Thank you. I just saw that there is a question we will answer at the end of the event for the special Q&A for those of you who want to stay. But maybe I have one question for you. What does a miner of Bitcoin need in order to mine? If you can answer this question in the chat, please. What does a miner need to mine? Beautiful. Energy, electricity, energy, lots of energy, electricity, perfect. Internet connection, Kesha, a very small internet connection is required. So that's why miner can mine even in the countryside, in the jungle, in everywhere on the planet. Because even a small internet connection is enough to mine, but we need a lot of electricity. Perfect. Love you, Dino. Ciao, my friend. See you soon. Okay, so now we will explain what just happened with Jean. So the Bitcoin blockchain. The blockchain is a chain of blocks, okay? And every blocks, okay, the blockchain records every Bitcoin transaction from the beginning. So you can consider that the blockchain is just a big accounting book. The blockchain is a book, and every pages of that book is a block, okay? Every page is a block. And inside the block, you have all the transactions from the last 10 minutes, okay? And at the end of one block, you will have a hash. You remember the digital fingerprint? You will have a hash here, and it will be linked to the second or to the next page, okay, with the same hash at the beginning. So that's how the pages of the book are linked, and that's how the block of the blockchain are chained or linked.
Is that's how they're, let's say, safe in a way, right?
Exactly. That's how it's safe, and how we cannot change things just like that. We cannot cheat on Bitcoin. Okay. Then you answered this question perfect. Now you said it very well. To mine, you need a lot of energy. That's why we cannot cheat. And this is what we call proof of work. Proof of work. This is super important, guys. This is the main difference with all the rest of the cryptocurrencies out there. Bitcoin is proof of work, a lot of energy. Other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, the second biggest cryptocurrency out there, is on proof of stake. Okay, proof of stake. And it means that it's way faster and way easier to change rules and to change things on the Ethereum blockchain. Okay, say differently, they can rewrite the history, but on Bitcoin, as you saw, you cannot rewrite the history. Jean, back to you, my friend.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let me share that again. Okay. So now we transition to the distributed blockchain. So you can see we have the peer A with the blockchain with the 5 blocks that we saw before. And then below there's the peer B and the peer C, and they both have the same blockchain. Because we will go and look, the 5, they have the same 5 blocks. So in this scenario, you see that the last hash is starting with the 40 and then E4B. E4B and the first one E4B. They are all the same. And what happens if I go back in this one and I say hi, I change this block and I mine it again. So I have my hash that starts with 40, it's a valid block. And I mine the block number 5 again. So we see all good. My blockchain is signed. My hash is starting with 40. Oh, but wait. On my blockchain, it starts with C1A, but on this one, it's E4B. And this one is E4B. So 2 against 1, I lose because I'm not the majority. So in a decentralized blockchain, many nodes with many different computers over the internet, they have the same copy of the blockchain. So we can quickly compare them, that all the blocks are identical. And if someone wants to cheat on the network, he will have a different hash that don't match the same as the other blocks. So all we have to do is to look at the hash of the last block and compare it with the other copies of the blockchain to see if anything has been changed in the past. So that's why it's really hard to compromise the blockchain. And so Abel will expand that with the distributed network.
Yes, thank you very much. So now you can stay on this one, please. You can stay on this one. Perfect. So the Bitcoin blockchain is public. Okay, public. What does that mean? It means that it is open to everyone to see. And that's why I'm going to send in the chat a website that you can go to. So I invite everybody to take the time to click on this link to go to the mempool, so we can see all together the Bitcoin blockchain in real time, how it looks. It's not a screen, it's real. That's how it happens. So we all have access to the Bitcoin blockchain in real time. So here you can see every transaction, Bitcoin transaction all over the world happening. Of course, you can go back and see through time, as Jean is having fun doing. And so you can consider that every Bitcoin miners in the world are in competition to have the chance to mine the new block. So we can see in the middle that in 10 minutes, a new block will be mined. And so Bitcoin miners are competing to have the chance to mine this block, okay? And once it happens, once the block is mined, there is no going back, there is no changing, okay? So this is transparency. If you like transparency in life, give yourself a high five like this. Yes, we like transparency. Thank you, Jean. Can you go back to the slide, please? Thank you. And to the next one. So now we talk about the decentralized aspect of the Bitcoin blockchain. So we hear a lot about decentralization. All the cryptocurrencies, they say, we are decentralized, right? Have you heard about decentralization in crypto? They always use this word, right? Yeah. So this is a buzzword. You can basically consider that outside of Bitcoin, there is nothing that is really decentralized. Or if it is decentralized, it has no value, so who cares? So here you can see this is how a Bitcoin node look like. So a Bitcoin node is just a piece of hardware who costs around 200 euro, or you can even create your own Bitcoin node with a ancient laptop, for example. So for free, you can run Bitcoin and have a Bitcoin node. So what is a Bitcoin node? A node allows you to have all the transaction, the Bitcoin transaction, since the very beginning of Bitcoin. Since, can you tap in the chat, please, when Bitcoin has been created, please? So to see from how long you can watch all the transaction. When Bitcoin has been created, you can tap in the chat, please. Tap in the chat. 2008 created, 2009 issue, 2009, 2008. Wonderful. Stefania, Rive. Okay, David. Yes, so Ralph has the best one. 2008 created, 2009 issue. So when you have a Bitcoin node, you have all the transaction from the beginning. And you can see on the map that there is more than 20,000 visible Bitcoin nodes all over the world. So you can easily understand that even if China, with 1 billion people, even if China tried to ban Bitcoin and turn off the entire internet of their country, Bitcoin will continue to run because there is more than 20,000 visible nodes, okay, and there is approximately twice as much invisible node. So people like me, for example, who run a node and don't want other people to know, I will be invisible, so I will not appear on this map. So that's what we call about real decentralization, because nodes are run by individuals like you and me. And to put that in perspective and in comparison to other crypto, and that's why I hate other crypto, is that, for example, Ethereum, the second biggest crypto, is on proof of stake. And in order to become Ethereum node, or we talk about validator, you need 32 Ethereum. So 32 Ethereum is around 80,000 euro. So you can consider that 80,000 euro to be a node on Ethereum and 200 euro to be a node in Bitcoin. You see the barrier. So on Ethereum, you can consider that this is more centralized, more reserved for a small group of wealthy people, and Bitcoin is less barrier of entry, almost free to run, and that's why we talk about decentralization. Now, in terms of governance, what we want to understand, guys, is that the Bitcoin governance is made with these nodes. meaning that there is no single person who can change the rules on Bitcoin. Remember in the video of the beginning when the girl asked, but Satoshi, talking to the inventor, can you not just change the rules of Bitcoin whenever you want? For example, change the 21 million cap? And he said, no, in Bitcoin, rules are changed by consensus of nodes. So you can understand that the nodes are kind of the political governance of Bitcoin. So if this far you learned about something today, please give someone a high five, a virtual high five in the camera. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh no, I don't like that, Stefania. I don't like that. You will understand why. John, back to you, brother.
Okay, so let's go back to the next slides. You all can see my slides, right? Perfect. So now we go to the token. So now we replace the data by transaction. So we can see that $25 coming from Darcy, he gives to Bingley, and so on and so on. So the data is replaced by transaction regardless of the number, whether many of you or none at all. If I change a piece of data, let's say for example in this block I add 100 to give from Rick to Sam. So you see I changed this block, the hash is becoming invalid, I have to mine it again. And to mine the next block as we saw before. But this is a different blockchain than the other two ones that have a different hash at the block 4 and 5. They have C03, C03 and 5BAA0, and mine it's 5F8 and 5D0. So I cheated somewhere. So it is important to note that if I go back in time to change a piece of data, it will be visible. It's important to keep track of money. That's the whole point of using the blockchain, to be able to resist any changes that may have been made in the past. This is the reason for using the blockchain, to remember the transaction history. And so now we look at the Coinbase. So the Coinbase is the first transaction, the first block. So it means there's no transaction. It is just money that is issued to someone. So Anders receive $100. And so in the second block, he receive again a reward of $100, and then he shares 10 to Sofia, 20 to Luca, and so on. And look, and the other peers on the network, they all have the same copy of this blockchain. So again, with all the transaction. Now if we go to the last one, and we see Jackson is giving $2 to Alexander. But does Jackson really have $2 in his pocket, in his to give to Alexander? Let's see with the history. We can go back in time, because this hash is the previous hash from this block, because we saw that they are linked. And here we see Jackson received 8 from Sofia. And here Jackson gave 15 to Ryan. So did he had 15 before? If we go back, we can see Jackson received here 10 and 5, so it makes 15. He spent them all to Ryan, and he receives again 8 from Sofia, and then he gives 2 to Alexander. So we see that he has these 2 to give, because if we modify and we want to give 22 to Alexander, it's a different block, and his blockchain will be different from the other peers. So it will be rejected from the network. So we can see that any modification invalids the block, and the other blockchain don't agree, because the blocks have a different hash, and it's resistant to fraud attempts, which is what we're looking for to manage a currency. The blockchains allows transactions to be traced. and it is an effective way to manage agreements about what has happened, providing an immutable history over time. And we can imagine other use on the blockchain, such as recording historical data that will be permanently engraved in the blockchain. So thank you, Abel, and back to you, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you. So I just want to say that in the last phase, when we talk about the token, on the website, the exercise is made with using dollars, but it's just to help you understand. Obviously, on the Bitcoin blockchain, on the Bitcoin network, we use Bitcoin as currency. So the dollar is just to help you understand and follow. But the Bitcoin blockchain is an accounting ledger that tracks the Bitcoins, right? Moving from an address to another. Now, the notion that we saw in the last part with Jean are these ones. So Coinbase and mining company. So the Coinbase, as he said, is the first transaction of every new block. So remember, the blockchain is just an accounting book, and the blocks are the pages. And when a miner, so you can see on the screen, how does it look like a real miner in 2025? There are big mining companies who have like thousands or millions of this big mining machine. Okay, and so when they succeed in mining one block, they receive the first transaction of the new block will be their Coinbase, so the new Bitcoin that they are mining, and they are winning by mining this block. So this is the reward. So you need to understand that there is an economic incentive. It's like the inventor of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, has created the perfect incentives so that the people use energy and use the time and knowledge and all of that to mine Bitcoin. And every time that they mine Bitcoin, they try to get rewarded for it in Bitcoin. And also they are securing the Bitcoin blockchain. So that's the perfect balance, right? They use energy, they secure, you own Bitcoin, they secure the entire blockchain, and at the same time, they can get paid doing that. So in the very early days of Bitcoin, remember in the chat I asked you earlier, in the early days of Bitcoin, 2009 to 2012, 2014, 15, it was possible to mine Bitcoin with a simple laptop. That's why in the example of Jean, you had Anders who received 100 Bitcoin in 2010 because it was possible on a simple computer like we are using for the Zoom to mine Bitcoin. But of course, it's not possible anymore. Now, to mine Bitcoin, you need this big mining facilities to be able to gain something. So please give Jean a big round of applause as we finish this workshop. Perfect. Thank you very much. So please, everyone, take a deep breath in and let it out. And again, big breath in and let it out. Perfect. And please now, everyone stand up. Everyone stand up as we will go for a stretch. A nice stretch. So hands nice and high, and we go this way with a nice sound, like this, and as we go on the other way, and nicely on the back, and from, nice. Give yourself a big round of applause. It feels good to stretch after this workshop. Perfect. Nice. So guys, my camera doesn't follow me. Okay. Jean, can you go back to the slide, please?
This one?
Let me see. I don't see yet the screen sharing.
Oh, wait. So Yeah, because
So guys, we are not finished. We will have another part just after. So the next one, we will have the surprised guest in a few minutes for the last part. But yeah, can you go to the next slide, please?
yeah, there we go.
Thank you. So guys, today we only scratch the surface, okay? Is it okay if I present you our 3-day Bitcoin challenge? Is it okay? Thank you. So guys, the problems are there is too much information. There is scams everywhere. There is fear with traditional media, but also with social media. For example, you can see that all of my social media are shadow banned. So shadow banned means that they are kind of almost censoring my content and a lot of Bitcoiners' content. So it's really difficult for people to access the good information. And also one of the big problems is that people lack time nowadays, especially entrepreneurs like yourself in this call. You lack time to go deep in this subject, and you lack also one-on-one guidance. So the results are simple. There is no action taken, or there is wrong action taken, with money that is lost, with opportunities that are missed. And so the goal of this 3-day challenge is to get you from curious to real investor with a clear plan. So the 3-day challenge will be on the 16, 17 and 18 of December. It will be 2 hours per day for 3 days. It's a short format, high focus, and with a clear strategy. You will have your first hardware wallet. So Stefania was asking about that earlier. You will get that. You will get your first concrete steps toward financial freedom. You will understand why Bitcoin can help you towards this goal. So what we will build as well during this challenge is to give you this investor mindset, especially for those who have never invested their money before. This module will help you end procrastination and finally get your money working for you. So that's essential. You will also have the basics of financial education, the basics. So please, Jean, can you go to the next slide? Next one. Thank you. So here we go very quick on these slides, and we go back to the content after that. So here you can see that what happens if you don't invest your money. So here you have 2 lines, okay, 2 lines. So the white line is the inflation, the real inflation rates. So it's how much banks are printing the money you work for every day, how much they print, okay? This is the M2 money supply. And then the second line is the S&P 500 ETF. So the S&P 500 is what we call in finance the best traditional investment. So this is the easiest way to protect yourself from inflation, not get richer, not get poorer, but at least you can see with these lines that it's following the inflation rates. You can go to the next one, please. And so for helping you visualizing this, I've developed on my website, appelgratui.com. I will put you in the chat. You can go on the free app called Inflation Simulator, and you can see how your money perform if you don't do anything, especially for those who have never invested. Let's say that you have 50,000 euro in savings, and we will see what happened with 10% inflation every year. Quite simply, after 10 years, you can see on the screen, after 10 years, you lose 30,000 euro in purchasing power. After 20 years, 43,000 euro if you do nothing. So you saw before with the S&P 500, you just stay above the water. If you don't do anything, you just get poorer. And so who is this for? This 3-day challenge, it's for busy entrepreneur, beginner investors, and early Bitcoin investors. So people who have just started investing in Bitcoin but lack fundamental knowledge or could have more knowledge to be more comfortable. And so now we want to show you quickly what happens if you invest in Bitcoin. Of course, we will start. So this is the price of Bitcoin over the years, only going up long term. So that's why also we will give you a clear strategy to not get anxious with the changing of price short term, but only long term we will see. So here, what happened, what could have happened for you if I've been trying to say that by that. Nice, Stefania, nice. We are all trying to help our parents, and this is an important point. You know that every pension are based on the 2% inflation rate that the government tells you. So this is the biggest lie of finance. They give you this 2% inflation per year when in fact it's 10%. So our parents who are living on pension, they are getting absolutely destroyed in terms of wealth. Okay, so what happened? What could have happened for you if you invested in Bitcoin in 2017 until 2025, invested 400 euro per month into Bitcoin? You would have invested 39,000, but you will have 500,000 euro profit. Okay, 500,000 profit. So if you would love that for you and for your family, please raise your hand. If you would love something like that for you and your family, yes, thank you. So now we don't want to like just create guilt with the past. So the next slide, please. So this one is what happened if you wait 2026 to start investing. Just to show you that you didn't miss Bitcoin. Okay, you are here in the right place in the right time. So if you start investing in Bitcoin even in January 2026, 400 euro per month, you will get to 200,000 in 2030 and to 27 million in 2040. Okay, this is because of this strategy, the DCA and the compounded interest on Bitcoin. So raise your hand if that's numbers that everyone wants, right? Beautiful, beautiful, thank you. So during this event, there will be also other kind of extra value, like learning about Lightning for those of you who are already or who already have the basics. So how to receive, send, get paid in Bitcoin, how to consider buying Bitcoin for your company as an entrepreneur. If you understand inflation, as we saw, you understand that long term you need an asset that is going to help you build wealth also for your company. And you will understand as well why government and countries are now trying to buy as much Bitcoin as they can, and there is a global Bitcoin race. Okay. So now, in terms of the price, guys, in terms of the price, because this event will not be for free. In terms of price, the value of oh yeah,
This is just after.
Yes, thank you.
No, after we have
No,
no, it's now.
no, go back on.
Which one? Which one?
You're spoiling. Oh yeah, thank you. So also you will you will buy your first hardware wallet. We will explain you how it works so that you can master your hardware wallet and your Bitcoin investment. Okay. So yeah, you can. So now we can show you some participant feedbacks and testimonial. you can show the video.
Pour que je rencontre Abel et qu'il réussisse d'une certaine manière et de la façon dont il a eu de le faire aussi ce soir avec vous.
He's committed, he's involved. Through him, I learned so much. He gives clarity, confidence, and direction.
And having that future perspective on such a fast-paced environment that is crypto, that unique blend was what kind of added a bit more to the credibility and to the comfort. It was definitely a big differentiating factor across what I've seen elsewhere.
Et il a un parcours extraordinaire, c'est très très rare d'avoir des personnes de ce style-là. Au travers de mon expérience personnelle, moi je recommande fortement de participer à ce genre d'événement avec Appel GRATUIT. Je vous invite vraiment à vous rendre vers eux.
Thanks to the guiding and thanks to my personal development within this last couple months, I really recommend you to other people and my friends.
So I truly recommend him with all my heart.
Vous ne perdrez pas votre temps, alors allez-y sans hésiter.
Thank you. Give them a big round of applause. Thank you. Some of them are here. Thank you, guys. Wonderful. Thank you. So yes, in terms of the price, the value of this 3-day challenge is 1,500 euro. And there is two type of tickets. Just show me how many tickets there is. 2 type of tickets. Thank you.
Pour que je rencontre...
Sorry.
Don't spoil. We want the suspense. Okay, so one VIP ticket. So in this VIP ticket, you will have 1 hour with us. So with me, with Jean, but also other Bitcoin and finance experts, surprised speaker and surprised guests. So 1 hour every day before we start the general session to have this Q&A, question answers, go deep into whatever you want to talk about, and we can also ask some personal questions during this this Q&A. And this is where there is the most there is big value in this kind of environment, and so that's why we want to keep it as short as possible in terms of spots, right? We, just so you know, we didn't started promoting this event on social media. We'll start tomorrow. So you get this offer only today and for you. So you will have only 10 spots available for the VIP ticket, only 10. And there is also a +1 standard ticket for those of you who will choose the VIP. So the VIP, the value of the VIP ticket is 750 euro. And then there is the standard ticket. So the standard ticket, you will get also the recording of the 3-day, knowing that with this knowledge that we will give you, you will be so good to start your Bitcoin journey. So the value of the standard ticket is 350 euro. Okay, guys, so now you know that, of course, in terms of what we want to do and why we are doing this, it's extremely important for us to help as many people as possible, right? As many people as possible. So we want to make it available, right? Accessible. Thank you. So now, and it's only for today. This offer ends today. So it's not going to be, guys, it's not going to be 1,500. It's not going to be 750 euro. For the VIP, and there is only 10 spots, right? It will be only 97 euro. And for the standard ticket, it's not going to be 350 euro. It's going to be only 39 euro. So I put you the link in the chat, and we will go back to the content in a second You can scan the QR code, or you can have the link in the chat. We will let it. And so tomorrow we will start promoting the event on social media. And of course, we will change the price. It's only for 2 nights today. So now, guys, thank you very much for your patience. Thank you for allowing me to present you this offer. And we will get back to some content. So before we continue, please, everybody takes a big breath in and let it out. Again, big breath in and let it out. So please raise your hand if you already got some value of this event, but you want more. Yeah, so it's not finished. Thank you very much. So now we have what?
Abel, we have our guest that he had to leave, so we have to finish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is leaving?
He already left. So sorry.
Okay, so it's okay. It happens, but we will keep the Zoom open for the Q&A session. In terms of the replays, the recordings, all of that will be available only for our community and only for those who showed up today. So even though you're not part of the community, you can have the replay, the recording if you attend today. So you just ask me in private. And so we can we can go back to the conclusion, Jean. So today, guys, it was about understanding the Bitcoin technology. So please raise your hand if you understand that technology can be a great leverage for our lives. Technology is a great leverage, right? Thank you. So you saw how Bitcoin works, why it cannot be cheated, diluted. You explored and maybe for some of you learned about inflation in a way you never heard before, right? But now it comes to commitment. So if someone clicked for you, right, honor that feeling. Take one concrete step before today midnight. Either you can join the 3-day challenge, you can book a discovery call with us, or you can stay with us for the Q&A session. So guys, before closing, please tap in the chat. What surprised you the most today? What surprised you the most today? In the chat, please. What? Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your smile. Thank you for the beautiful faces in this event. And we will finish as we started. Jean, you know already what I'm gonna say. So please, everyone stand up. Everyone stand up. And we will go back to the song for 1 minute.
Sola, da media vuelta, danza
Give yourself a big round of applause. You did it. You did it. Wonderful. Thank you, guys. So the last part was supposed to be on taxation, so we don't care. No, I'm kidding. It will be for another time with our surprise guest. So now, for those of you who want to stay, we will have a 30 minutes Q&A session. So you can unmute your mic, and this is free. Everybody can take ask question, and we are here for you. Jean, you can maybe remove the screen sharing.
Yeah, just this is for Powell because he missed the information.
Oh, okay.
But we will send him.
Stefania. You can ask your question.
Yes. So you were sorry. Eating something.
Okay.
So you were talking about, the difference between proof of stake and proof of work. And there's also then XRP. So I want to know what's your take for XRP, which is a totally different way of building.
There is multiple experts in the group. There is David, there is Jean, and there is me. So we will answer the question together if someone wants to answer that one. Jean, do you want to do it?
I pass this one.
I knew. David, do you want to take this one?
Sorry, I didn't listen to the question. I was doing something else.
Okay. It's about XRP.
I want to know your take on XRP.
XRP is a company. There's a company backing it. It's a Ripple. It's not really decentralized like Bitcoin. So you have a CEO. They can change the protocol. They can change anything they want. They can change the supply. You don't have it with Bitcoin. So so Bitcoin is superior to me. What about?
Yeah, it's completely different. Thank you, David. It's completely different. And this kind of question, that's why Jean said I pass, and I was like, oh, I need help, guys. Because it's really, you can consider that people have used crypto to cheat the system. So basically, when you are a company and you want to be publicly traded, so you want to be on the market, you want to become a publicly traded company, it's really hard to do. You need to respect a lot of different criteria. You need to be really great to become this kind of big companies. And so what people have done, they used, since 2017, they used crypto to raise funds outside of the traditional financial system. So you can consider that this crypto, almost all cryptos that are not Bitcoin, are just traditional companies, tech companies, taking trying to cheat the traditional financial system. So it's just a company, like he said, and maybe in finance there is something that we say is that the price is often the best information. So if you take one XRP, I don't even know how much it's worth. Do you know, guys, how much is worth one XRP, Stefania?
I think it was 2 at the beginning of the year. I think 1.8. I don't know.
Okay, so around $1.
I have it here.
Maybe 2.
It's 1.75.
Okay, so when
sorry?
I say
1.75,
it's
1.75. So if we consider that the price in finance is the best information, if something is worth $1 and the other thing, one Bitcoin is worth almost 100,000, it gives you kind of where the value is, right?
I've got a lot of questions, Abel. I want to give space to other people as well.
Yeah,
but if nobody has a question,
Roman has a question.
But we'll get back to you. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, guys. I'm wondering because I don't know how the other guys, but I am on the level that I already have this. Yeah. And my question is, do I really need so many information, and should I have this whole knowledge to start investing or buying bitcoins? Because I am convinced about this this model of investing, and my question is, does the standard investor, as I am, should have all this complicated knowledge about the bitcoins instead of just follow your program and just rely on your experience, and without going so deep into all these details, protocols, numbers, hashtags, and other, just let I really appreciate and acknowledge your knowledge, but I think that the others could also have this question. As we've been taught on the Enlightened Warrior, ready, fire, and aim. So I am ready to fire, and so that's my question. Do I really need all this knowledge to invest?
Yeah, this is a really great question, and ready, fire, aim. So you fired already. That's great. You took action. So that's really important. Especially for those of you who haven't started yet. So you started. Now it's the aim part. So okay, it's good to invest in Bitcoin and to have some money in it. Then to go to the next step, to understand it, to put more of your wealth into it, and to not lose your Bitcoin, it requires more information. And it requires a lot more time and energy spent on it, but it has to be seen as an investment, not as a cost. It's not, I'm wasting my time learning these things. No, you will realize in 1 year, 2 years that the time that you spend on it is going to give you so much conviction and so much peace of mind in terms of your investment that you will be able to go to the next step and really, really benefit from it. So I think that's what I could say. Jean, David,
I think I can share about this. There are two things, because you invest only in things that you know. So if you don't know something or just someone is telling you about, it's less likely that you will be going to invest a lot in it. But for me, it's like I'm in IT, so I heard about Bitcoin in 2013-14. I tried it, but I didn't understand all of it because, as you all see, there's so much information, and even before there was less, but it was a bit complicated to understand. 10 years passed, I didn't get into Bitcoin, and only 10 years after, I had an accident where I was some weeks at home, and I decided to take this time. I said to myself, no, I have to dig into it, because if I don't understand this Bitcoin, what it's behind, I'm still going to miss it. So either you take your time and your energy and you focus, you read books, you go and you find things on yourself, on your own, or you can go in a fast track and with Appel and me, or if you know anyone else that has really good knowledge about Bitcoin that can give you high signal, because now 10 years after there's even lots of scam. 99% is bullshit on the internet. It's sad, but it's true. And it's either you take the time yourself, that's a possibility, or you get the hand with someone that breaks you down in minutes what we took years to understand. Because I listen to hours of podcast every week. I continue. It's never ending, because and with time I see the traps also. There are traps, there are new things building in the ecosystem Bitcoin. There are good things, and with the good fundamentals, you can make your way out. But if you don't have a good, solid foundation, you will get hyped by the next big thing. So you have to, the choice is yours. I mean, we don't buy our program just to buy our program, but you can do your own research. But it takes time. That's what.
And wonderful. And also, I think in terms of mining, since you are in the energy sector, you will. It's. I'm not saying to go on mining for 99% of the population, but for those who are experts in the energy sector, Bitcoin will play a major role in the future of the economy. So to have this knowledge is not time wasted for sure. You will benefit from it for sure. Rive, do you want to ask something?
Yeah, no, I thank you so much. And I wanted to ask you, because it wasn't clear for me if you answered if there are replays for today or if there are replays for the 3-day challenge.
Oh, okay. So what is your question? The replay for today?
No, for the 3-day challenge.
So we are still thinking about should we give the replays for everybody or should we give the replays only for the VIP? I'm not still sure, but for sure the replays will be for those who attend the event and probably also for our community, pre-existing community.
Okay.
And the replay for today is going to be available for our community and on demand for those who have attended. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Thanks.
A pleasure. A pleasure. Thank you for coming. Is there another question maybe in the chat? I didn't follow that much.
Stefania has a question.
Yes.
I have many questions. Sorry. So I was wondering, you mentioned Bitcoin only, and I am used to think like it's better always to diversify, in investments. So during the 3-day course, do you also give some insight more on other cryptos and also on what kind of trading would you suggest and recommend? I have not studied anything or read any book about cryptos, but I started last year by observing and playing around with small amounts, and it worked in a way. Later on, I read a little bit about things, and I read a lot of different strategies of trading. If you want to do the range trading or all the kind of thing. Do you also teach those kind of strategies or tell something about those strategies during the 3-day?
Yes. So basically, I don't have necessarily the time to go deep in the subject today, but during the 3 days, I will explain why I don't believe in trading, why I don't believe in other crypto, and in terms of diversification, for me, diversification is buying the loser and selling the winner. So I'm in finance, so normally a wealth manager should tell you, a traditional wealth manager should tell you, yeah, you should diversify your portfolio, it's less risky. Okay, that's the main baseline. But I'm outside of this kind of system now, so I can think for myself and not just repeat what we've been told. And for me, there is an opportunity cost of all the money that you put outside of Bitcoin is money that you don't have in the best investment in the world. So Bitcoin is growing 70% per year on average. So the only long-term investment that works in crypto is Bitcoin. And the only traditional easy investment in traditional finance is the S&P 500. So this is the only product that I kind of promote or explain to beginners in terms of outside of Bitcoin. So that's why I said that there is the basic of financial education. So that's if you just started investing or looking into this, it's normal that you have this reflex. It's absolutely normal. And we made the mistake. I made the mistakes in the past. I paid a very an expensive cost on these mistakes, and that's why I want to give you kind of the best reflex in terms of so that you don't lose your time or your money or energy. So
And I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Only long-term investment, only Bitcoin or S&P 500 or both of them. But that's kind of the winning strategy long-term.
Thank you.
My pleasure. I think, Rive, you had a question. You had your hand raised, but maybe not anymore. Yeah, no? Okay. Is there another question? No. Thank you. Osman, she's leaving. Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, of course.
Because you were talking about the taxes, and we're in Europe, and I am considering next year to move abroad. And so I was wondering, compared to Europe, which other country would you recommend, preferably in Asia or somewhere warm, to move in order to keep the wealth?
Good question. Abel, please enlighten us. Please.
Yeah, this is a great question, and I think there is many different factors involved. I'm in the same situation right now. So I'm in Bali, Indonesia. I was, of course, in Malaysia last month, and I'm traveling to also see where I want to be based in the future. So I hear, so my friends, my entrepreneurs, digital nomads and online entrepreneurs, they like Dubai a lot. Dubai is one of the most well-known country for this purpose. There is a lot of people here in Bali as well, Thailand. So I'm also doing the research, but that will be also one of the main subjects we will discuss, not necessarily in the 3-day challenge, but probably next year, yeah.
That would be really, really interesting because, Malaysia, for example, I was talking with other people who were at, and I work again, is apparently gives a visa for a year as a digital nomad. And that kind of, in my case, gives me the opportunity to kind of be away a year and think about what to do. And
yeah. Thailand is 5 years, for example.
Thailand's 5 years. The digital nomad visa. But I wanted to move to Thailand some years ago, but I don't know exactly what it was that stopped me from doing it. There was something in the law that, I think the buying property thing is different.
The buying property?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was...
because you would consider buying?
I wanted to, I'm thinking of many options.
Me, of course. For me, what makes the most sense, if we all want to be free, and that's also part of the Bitcoin mindset, and we have some good also connection in terms of that. There is also the Paraguay. Of course, Paraguay is one or the very the easiest country to have a passport, for example. Visa is okay. I'm not sure, but probably Ralph. But in terms of freedom, if you want to be free, we don't want to move to another country to buy a property. We would prefer to rent and to be able to be flexible and live at any time, kind of. And also that's why Bitcoin plays a big role in the freedom perspective. Because, for example, if you want to leave your country right now and go to the airport with 10,000 euro in gold, for example, or in cash, you cannot pass the airport. Bitcoin allows you to travel the world with enormous amount, unlimited amount without being stopped, basically. So it's also based on that, free mindset.
Yeah, the reason why I think about buying properties is because I've always worked in holiday rentals. So my idea is to buy property to make a business, to create a system, and even if I leave, the system is there in place and generates money, work, and especially in country where the tourism is really developed.
Yeah. Thailand could be a good idea for tourism, that for sure.
But I agree with you that the freedom you have when you don't have properties is priceless. Yeah.
Yeah, and also these countries, they often have rules, like you cannot really own your property. Like maybe you
like
have
in Zanzibar, you only kind of lease the land.
Exactly.
For 100 years or something.
Yeah.
So I bought land. I worked in Zanzibar for some years, and I have land there. I have land there, and the question is like, will I want to build there like some holiday?
But you don't
rooms,
see yourself
bungalow, or shall I sell the land and invest in other ways?
But you don't see yourself living there.
I have already kind of lived half a year there for about 6 years before COVID, and it's great, but I wouldn't live there 100%. No.
Okay. Yeah.
Personally, it's a personal thing.
Yeah, I think we need to travel and see for ourselves.
Exactly, I agree with you. So
yeah.
Preparing for it.
Yes. Guys, is there another question? Otherwise, I will have to run. Elena, everything's good? Perfect. Elena, perfect. David, enjoy your lunch.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Yes. Okay. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. Thank you for playing full out. You can ask me any question in private, and Jean is also here for you. So thank you very much, and good end of the day, because for me it's night. Good night, Ralph, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
See you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Abel. Bye, Jean.
So much.
And everyone.
Thank you.
Great to see you. Great to see you.